and welcome everybody to tonight's college showcase. We are featuring our Midwest schools tonight, and you are here for the Midwest showcase for the 5 p.m. time slot. My name is Bea. I am a college and career counselor with CUSD-Futureology, and we are so excited to have all of you here this evening. Before we get started with tonight's college showcase, let's go over a couple housekeeping items, okay? Some of you might be wondering if you're going to have access to this after this evening. You absolutely will. We are recording this session right now, and you will have access to it on our YouTube channel and on our College Fair page on our website. So you'll have access to this down the line as well. You're all muted. Your video has been disabled, okay? So you can just hang back and relax and just watch and enjoy, okay? If you do have questions, please use the Q&A function. Chat is currently turned off, but you can ask us questions in the Q&A, and we should have some time at the end to answer any of your questions about specific schools that you might have questions for. If you have a chance, you will be emailed the feedback survey after this evening. So if you can, let us know what your experience was so that we can improve for next year. And with that, let's go ahead and move forward to the structure of tonight's showcase, okay? So you are in for a treat. We have 5 schools with us. So this is a manageable group of schools for you, okay? And they're gonna be presenting on their programs. And your job is just to soak it all in, just to take it all in. There's 6-minute highlights per school. You take note of what is interesting to you, write down the contact information for the college reps of these institutions if you have more questions for them or want to have a more in-depth conversation with them after today. These are the schools that are presenting tonight or this evening. So just take a note. This is the order in which they'll be presenting. Please stay for the whole showcase, and we will hang back for questions at the end. I want to thank our reps for being with us. They're very, very busy this time of year. So for them to be here for all of you, the students of CUSD, is a real treat for us. So thank you so much to our reps. And with that, I'm going to pass this on to our very first presenter, Cindy.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cindy Welch, and I serve as the Assistant Director of Regional Recruitment in the Office of Admissions at Missouri University of Science and Technology. We're also known as Missouri S&T or just S&T. Missouri S&T was founded in 1870 as one of the first technological institutions west of the Mississippi. So this year we are celebrating 150 years that we've been providing a top-notch education at a great value. S&T is located in Rolla, which is about halfway between St. Louis and Springfield, Missouri. It's a small city with a population of just over 20,000 people inside the city limits and another 50,000 people coming from nearby communities for shopping, dining, and entertainment. Rolla has a really nice balance of urban development and small town charm. There are several big box retail stores and corporate brand restaurants, as well as many locally owned shops, dining establishments, and that type of thing. We are part of the South Central Ozark Highlands, so you're going to find lots of lakes and rivers. People really enjoy camping and fishing and swimming and canoeing and kayaking. We have lots of caves to explore, zip lines, parks inside and outside the city limits, as well as biking trails and that type of thing. If outdoor activities don't excite you, Rolla has 2 venues for theatrical performances. We have a lot of skating, bowling, arcades, glow golf, all that type of stuff. So there's plenty for you to do and many activities for you to have fun with. Will you please advance the slide? Missouri S&T offers 99 degree programs in 40 areas of study in the College of Engineering and Computing. We offer 15 different engineering degrees, computer science, and geology and geophysics in this college. Students who are admitted to one of these degree programs will take a 1-credit class their first year in which they learn about all 15 different engineering disciplines. This will help students solidify their choice of major, and if they decide they want to switch, it's very easy to do within the first 2 or 3 semesters at S&T. We also have a new global engineering program that students can join where they will get foreign language skills and cross-cultural experiences as well. They earn a bachelor's of science in the engineering field of their choice and a Bachelor of Arts in interdisciplinary studies with an emphasis in Spanish or French. During this program, students will study abroad one semester and have an engineering internship abroad another semester. The year abroad will be spent in Spanish or French-speaking country. Advance the slide, please. In the College of Arts, Sciences, and Business, we offer an undergraduate business program that is AACSB accredited, liberal arts, humanities, an education degree, teacher certification, as well as pre-med, pre-vet, pre-law, and a direct entry program into the St. Louis College of Pharmacy. We have an S&T Honors Academy that offers students enhanced educational experience that includes participation in special projects, service learning, and undergraduate research, and more. Students who have at least a 3.5 GPA and an ACT of 29 or SAT of 1340 are eligible to apply for the Honors Academy. Advance the slide, please. So a lot of people wonder what's there to do at Missouri S&T. Well, Missouri S&T has over 250 different organizations. So whether you're into longboarding, running, spelunking, barbecuing, blacksmithing, there's all kinds of things for you to do here. We have 20 student design teams that give students from all majors the opportunity to develop their problem solving and teamworking skills. And they also build things like race cars, robots, rockets, houses, concrete canoes, and many other fun things. Many of our teams have finished 1st through 5th place in the world, in the nation, and in regional competitions in the past few years. We also have 15 NCAA Division II varsity athletic teams, and we rank 5th all time among NCAA Division II colleges and universities for Capital One academic All-American selections. Missouri S&T has 24 fraternities and sororities, and about 22% of our students participate in Greek life. It's no ordinary campus here at S&T. We have students from about 62 countries around the world. Our total enrollment for fall was just over 7,000 students. Almost 6,000 are undergraduates, and we have a student to faculty ratio of 18:1. Our average class size is less than 30. And over 25% of classes have fewer than 20 students in them. You can advance the slide, please. Missouri S&T is a great investment. Not only is the cost of education low and we offer great scholarships, but our students have many opportunities to earn money while they're going to college. We have a fabulous Career Center staff, and their sole purpose is to find employment for our students. We host 2 of the largest career fairs in the Midwest. Many Fortune 500 companies come to recruit our students, and our students who get co-ops for a semester and summer internships will earn about $3,000 a month, which is about $10,000 in the summer. And the average starting salary for a student graduating with a bachelor's degree is over $67,500. So you can see why Missouri S&T is ranked #1 in Missouri for alumni salary potential, and we're ranked 8th in the nation among all colleges for return on investment. Advance the slide, please. To apply for admission to Missouri S&T, you need to complete the Common App or our institutional application, which is found at apply.mst.edu. The application is free, and you can apply with or without a standardized test score. If you have taken your ACT or SAT, you can use that score if you have a minimum of a 24 on the ACT or 1160 on the SAT and at least a 3.0 cumulative GPA, you're eligible to receive a merit scholarship. And you can see on the chart at the bottom right how the scholarships increase with your test scores. If you apply test optional, we will give you a few extra questions and we grade those and give you a score that we use instead of your ACT or SAT. So it's a little more of a holistic review that way. Students applying, once you are admitted, we have a scholarship database that has lots of additional scholarships that you can apply for. One of those is our Distinguished Scholars Award. It's our most prestigious scholarship for out-of-state students, and it is $30,000 a year, which basically covers all of your tuition. It's renewable for 4 years, and It is, we give out 5 per year to our out-of-state students. So that has an earlier deadline. So you'll want to make sure you apply for admission by November 15th. And then the deadline for that Distinguished Scholars Award is December 1st. We're currently offering virtual and on-campus visits, as well as lots of presentations by current students, faculty, and alumni. So we encourage you to visit campus and see if Missouri S&T would be a great fit for you. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much for advancing the slides, Bea, and nice to see you, Cindy. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. My name is Annie Mills. I'm DePaul University's regional representative. I'm based in San Diego, and I work specifically with all of our students in California. Next slide, please. DePaul is a private Catholic institution in the heart of Chicago, Illinois, and we have an undergraduate population of about 14,500 students. While we have big school resources and we're certainly located in a big city, the 3rd largest in the US, your academic experience at DePaul is going to be really personal by design. Our average class size is about 22 students, and 90% of our classes have fewer than 40 students. The student body itself at DePaul is very diverse and really reflects the diversity of our global community. 40% of our students come to DePaul from out of state, with California actually leading the way. 44% of our freshmen at DePaul are students of color, and 35% of our freshmen are the first in their family to earn a college degree. While we are a Catholic school, the DePaul experience really is as Catholic as you make it. We have students from over 40 different faith and non-faith backgrounds on campus. You may know, you may not know, but now you do. We were named for St. Vincent de Paul. He dedicated his life to ending cycles of poverty and social injustice. And we really aim as an institution to keep that Vincentian tradition alive. So we prepare all of our students, regardless of their background, to think and act with others in mind, using higher education as a means to engage in cultural, social, religious, and ethical values and service to others. All right, next slide. So DePaul students split their time between 2 campuses in the city of Chicago. Our Lincoln Park campus, kind of at the foreground of this picture, is what we call our urban neighborhood campus. And it has a much more traditional feel with a quad, 11 residence halls, a student center, a big library. It's where you'd be most likely to see a student going to class in a DePaul hoodie and maybe rolling out of bed about 10 minutes before class begins. And then a 15-minute ride away on public transportation, you can see in the background of that photo, is our campus in Chicago's financial district called our Loop campus. Here, students are going to take elevators to class instead of walking across the quad, and you'd be more likely to see them going to class in maybe a blazer, coming straight from an internship or job shadowing opportunity, or maybe an informational interview in the city. Almost all of our students are going to take classes on both campuses. Academically, our students do pick from about 300 different options that are kind of split between these 2 campuses. Some of our most popular programs are housed in our College of Business, and then conservatory style programs in theater and music. Our science and health focused degrees are really strong. We have some accelerated options for students interested in medical related professions, including a brand new direct entry Bachelor of Science in Nursing program that we're accepting applications for this fall. And then the College of Computing and Digital Media is our fastest growing school at DePaul, and it's home to film and television, animation, and game design. Film and television is actually the most popular major for incoming students at DePaul from California. We do have some honors programs that are university-wide and specific for students in business and health sciences, and then a combined accelerated 3+3 option with our law school, where students graduate in 6 years instead of 7 with both a bachelor's degree and a JD. We do really encourage students to embrace the unknown and explore. So if you like a lot of things or you're undecided, that's just fine. You can double major and minor across schools and colleges and change your major at any point. Next slide, please. Our students at DePaul are very involved on campus. We have about 400 different clubs and organizations available for you to choose from. So you could cheer for our NCAA Division I Blue Demons, play club and intramural sports, participate in outdoor adventure programs. If you're an accountancy major, but also want to participate in student productions on campus through one of our theater unions, you're more than welcome to do so as well. We have a lot of theater and comedy oriented students on our campus. And then about 10% of our students are involved in fraternity and sorority life as well. So in one afternoon, you can very easily attend or star in a music and theater production on campus, and then maybe go sample some local fare with the pizza club. Next slide, please. To help all of our students and get used to the city, every freshman is required to take a seminar in their first quarter called the Chicago Quarter Class, where they go on site visits and explore the city using one of over 100 different topics as the lens through which to get to know Chicago. So you could take a class all about the Cubs, crime and politics in the city, improv in Chicago, or art and public sculpture. In that last class, you go on group excursions to the Art Institute and to the Bean, the most Instagrammed landmark in the city. We'd also get out of the loop in Lincoln Park and explore murals in Pilsen and get to know how the history of that community impacts the experience of its residents and the art they create. The class is a really great way to explore new neighborhoods and learn how to use the L and the buses, but then also to be introduced to resources on campus that will help you be successful, like our Writing Center, Career Center, and Center for Students with Disabilities. All right, next slide, please. And if all of this sounds interesting to you, we'd love to have you apply on the Common Application. We do utilize a holistic application review process, which means we're going to look at your essays, resumes, activity summaries, and letters of recommendation, in addition to your transcript and maybe a test score. We're really proud to have been test optional for about 10 years for admission decisions, academic, merit-based scholarships, and our honors programs. So we really encourage you, if you're considering DePaul, to think about how you want to highlight your own strengths in the application. And if your test score reflects who you are as a student or doesn't, or maybe you don't have one, you can pick and choose with those things in mind. There really are a lot of ways to connect with DePaul these days, and there's so much more to tell you, obviously, than what I covered here. I hardly mentioned housing study abroad or the volunteer work our students do throughout Chicago. So reach out to me and let me know what I can help you with as you're considering DePaul. We are welcoming students to visit us on campus, and we are also offering quite a few virtual options still at this point. Either way, I'm excited you're here learning more about us and all the other schools, and I look forward to working with you over the coming year. So that's all for DePaul. Thanks so much.
Hello everyone, my name is Lindsay Leggett and I'm a Regional Director of Recruitment for Western Colorado University in Gunnison, Colorado. What you're seeing on your screen here is a picture of campus. It's really, really beautiful. Not necessarily that green all year. We definitely get quite a bit of snow. So if you're interested in skiing, we're about 30 minutes away from Mount Crested Butte, which is a world-class ski resort. We have a lot of things to do both on and off campus. Something that I really loved when I was a student at Western is that our backyard is nature's best classroom. So we'll talk a little bit about what that means as well. Next slide, please. So something else that I think is really important in choosing a school that could be a right fit for you is to think about the average class size that you'll sit in. At Western, our average class size is 17 students, but the biggest class that you'll ever have is about 40. So you won't ever sit in a lecture hall. All of your classes will be very discussion-based, and all of your classes will be taught by faculty members as well. Next slide, please. So some of our more popular majors on campus are business, biology, recreation, outdoor education, environment, and sustainability. And that fifth one would be exercise and sports science. We do have over 100 majors and areas of study, but kind of how I was mentioning earlier about how our backyard is nature's best classroom, a lot of our more popular programs are those STEM related fields. And I think that really is due to the fact that Gunnison is surrounded by millions of acres of BLM land, national forest land, all of this public land that students have access to either for recreation or research purposes. Cool thing about Western too is that you do not have to wait until you are a junior or a senior to participate in research. You can do that as early as day one of your freshman year. I was not a biology major at Western, I was a communications major, but one of my favorite classes was our Intro to Biology course, and we actually got to go fly fishing in the Gunnison River for one of our classes, and that was just a really great experience. So next slide, please. Western is totally dedicated to student success. The picture on the, or I guess the graph on the left-hand side of your screen here is not a comprehensive list of services offered to students, but some things that I really like to mention and think are really important. We do have an academic resource center that houses a bunch of different resources for you in one office. It's kind of a one-stop shop for your academic resources, but they house the disability services, career services, academic advising, study abroad, a bunch of resources like that for students that I think is really valuable. Every single student that comes to Western, whether they're a first-year student or a transfer student, will be assigned an academic advisor to help make sure that they're getting registered for the correct courses their first semester. Once you declare a major at Western, which you don't actually have to do until the end of your sophomore year, so if you're still not totally sure about what you want to do, you've got plenty of time to decide, and that is a-okay. But once you declare a major, you will actually choose an academic advisor that's within your major or area of study. So there'll be somebody that you get to know really well and somebody that's going to be in your corner for quite some time. They can help with job searches, help with letters of recommendation, things like that as well. That being said, we do also have a career services office. They can help with finding a work-study job on campus, internships, job placement after you graduate. They do a lot of job fairs, mock interviews, resume review, things like that as well. Something that's unique about Western's career services office is that we have a career closet. So you can actually go in if you have a job interview coming up and you don't have anything to wear, you can go in and check out a suit from our career services office, just like you would check out a book from the library. It's totally free for you. You can wear your suit to your interview. Then when you're done, you bring it back and our career services office takes care of all of the dry cleaning and makes sure it's ready to go for the next student. We also have tutoring centers on campus. We have our math tutoring center and our writing center. So if you ever need help with any papers that you're working on or any math homework or want help studying for a math test, current students at Western will be there to help tutor you for those areas of study. We also have meta majors. So for students who are not totally sure what they want to do and they're coming in undeclared, we have kind of a wide variety of classes that you can take from each area of study. And your academic advisor will sit down with you and walk through each meta major to let you know what career paths are offered through those meta majors as well. So if you're not totally sure what you want to major in, much less what you want to have a career in after you graduate, the meta majors program is going to be a really good fit for you. We also have our EPIC mentors who are housed in our Trailhead in the University Center. These are current students, they're sophomores through seniors who have experienced quite a bit on campus, and they're a peer mentor program for you. So every single first year student and transfer student is assigned an EPIC mentor who's going to help walk you through your transition onto campus, make sure that's as smooth as possible, and then also just be there as a resource for you to answer any questions that you have for at least your first year. You can choose how much you want to interact with them, that's totally up to you. And then as far as affordability, Western is pretty affordable for a four-year institution. Our out-of-state tuition is $18,600 per year. That being said, 80% of students that at Western do receive financial aid in the form of grants or scholarships, and 100% of students that are admitted are considered for merit scholarships. So if you have at least a 3.35 GPA, you'll automatically receive $8,000 per year to attend Western, and that can go all the way up to $10,000 per year. We are also a WUI institution, and so if you do not quite meet that 3.35 GPA requirement, just for being from the state of California, you automatically get 150% of in-state tuition. So that makes it much more affordable as well. Next slide, please. This is a little bit of a breakdown of how those scholarships work. So the out-of-state merit scholarships are on the right-hand side here. So you can kind of see that Basin merit scholarship is that $8,000, Ridgeline merit is $9,000, Peak merit is $10,000. If you want to see exactly how much you can qualify for, you can go to western.edu/cost. We are test optional for our scholarships as well. So we do not need test scores for your scholarships. Next slide. And last thing here, if you are interested in visiting campus, we would absolutely love to have you. Gunnison is beautiful year round. We'd love to show you around campus, connect you to current students and professors on campus. If you're interested, you can go to western.edu/visit to choose between an in-person visit, virtual visit, or even a preview day. And if you sign up for a preview day, Western will pay for one night of a hotel for you and your family to come stay in Gunnison. We do also have some virtual events coming up. So if you want to check out western.edu/recruitment events, you can check out what else we have going up or coming up next. And if you're interested in applying, if we have any seniors in the room, you can use our application fee waiver Go Western 2022, all lowercase, all one word, and that will waive your $30 application fee. So thank you all so much for joining. I appreciate your time and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Hey everybody, my name is James Gilby with the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. I'm with the Office of Admission. A little bit about myself, I feel like I never graduated. I love college. I'm also the co-chair of Granger College Engineering, so I do just about as much as review as I do for the admission side. So There we go. That you see that big I? That is for innovation at University of Illinois. We've been innovators for quite a while. We are a land grant university founded by President Abraham Lincoln. He gave us the property. We are being a land grant university. I think it helps us. We have a medical school, law school, vet school on our campus. And innovation has come in many different ways. The LVs, MRI, plasma TVs as well came on our campus. Mosaic, the first web browser, was founded in 1993. Blue Waters, the supercomputer, founded on our campus in 2007. It's a $210 million supercomputer that is also found on our campus. So innovation goes in many different ways. We came up with our own saliva-based test that was FDA approved. That was 3 months after COVID-19 hit. Our students were tested twice a week. We had one of the highest rates of testing going on our campus, and that is innovation, problem solution through innovation. And I think we're really proud of that fact. That was through interdisciplinary research through all of our academic departments, about $600 million each year just on research alone. So it really does show you that eye for innovation. Next slide. And this is where we are located. We are about 2.5 hours south of Chicago, depending on how fast you drive, 2 hours east of Indianapolis and about 2.5 hours south of St. Louis. So pretty centrally located through 3 large cities. Obviously, the Chicagoland area is not very far. A lot of our in-state students are coming from that area. So really not that far from California. If you are taking a flight to Champaign, Urbana, we actually have our own airport. You can see our residency by enrollment. So our non-residents just about over 25%. We just bring in about 380 students from California. So they're all from all different parts of California. So you're not that far from someone who is from California. International, pretty large population. So I don't think sometimes we're a national school, we're an international. I really believe that just on the population of our international students. You can see our campus profile. We're big on diversity. I think it does help that we are so close to the Chicagoland area, but also the large amount of countries that are represented. So you're not that far from somebody who speaks English as a second language, which is awesome. And then also all 50 states are represented. Next slide. This is probably the most important page. This is our majors or our academic colleges, there's 11 of them. Granger College Engineering is a top 10 engineering school, very diverse with computer science, electrical engineering, mechanical, material, nuclear plasma, radiology. And computer engineering, you can go on and on. There's so many different programs at Granger College Engineering. So it is a competitive program. I tell students to kind of have an idea what you're kind of getting into before you apply. We are direct entry with all our majors besides College of Business, which is undeclared or undecided for your freshman year, and then the Department of General Studies. Another department I always want to give a big shout out is ACES, Agriculture, Consumer, Environmental Sciences, is where our vet school is on a 1,000-acre farm. Applied Health and Sciences, a small department. Our largest department is College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Very diverse, about 70 majors there. So there's a lot of opportunity, I think, at UIUC. If you do a search of UIUC Major Explorer, you can find information about retention rate, where students are going for jobs, and also what companies are hiring our students. Next slide. So we want our students definitely involved. We have plenty of opportunities. We have 130 companies on our campus at Research Park. Those are great for jobs and internships. We want students to build up that resume before they graduate. Research and entrepreneurship is very important at UIUC. We are a tier 1 research university. So there's plenty of opportunities. You could start research as early as your freshman year. We have a large study abroad office. I think we're right around 170 countries. You could do a 4-week, 8-week, 6-month in your program. So a lot of opportunities to study abroad. We are in the Big Ten. Plenty of opportunities to see great sports on our campus. We're going to have a legit basketball team this year. We have 11 different cultural houses on our campus, a leadership office. Intramurals are fun. Club sports are a little bit competitive, especially if you don't have the NCAA sport. You can go to the next page or next slide. So this is just numbers of internships and research. That number is really high for internships at UIUC. I think it does help having Research Park on our campus. We really do push that upon our students. And obviously research is really big as well, and then study abroad. We're so proud of our students after they graduate. We trend them, or we find out what they're doing. We build a website just on what students have done. It's Illini Success. So if you just Google Illini Success, you will see students, what they're getting paid, where they're going to school. where they're getting work. So there's plenty of data which we show students and parents. If you are interested in, just go on the annual reports and it will give you plenty of information. And it's all by major as well, and also within the academic department. You could see the companies that we work with and top employers. We have large career fairs on campus, so plenty of opportunities for students. You go to the next page. So this is my final slide. And this is really about how to apply. This is a little bit different from last year. The Common App, you can apply from Common App, which is not listed. And the date is wrong, that November 1st is actually November 1st. So that's the only difference. We review for rigor, we're test optional this year and continually to be, and extracurriculars we look at, and essay. But the only one that's different is that November 1st, or November 1st is our priority deadline, not November 5th, but everything else same. We have the same notification date, mid-February. If you have any questions, concerns, please feel free to email me at jgilby@illinois.edu, GILBEY, and I'm going to pass it on to the next speaker.
Hello, everyone. Midwest is best. Happy to have you here today. I'm Abby with Iowa State University. Iowa State is located in the heart of the Midwest in Ames, Iowa. Ames has been constantly ranked as one of the top college towns with a fun college town vibe and top 25 most beautiful campuses in the nation. Next up, we'll take a look at the map just so you know where we are located. We are located in Ames, Iowa. If you're flying in and out, that's going to be in Des Moines, Iowa, right in the center of the state. And Ames is just 30 minutes north of that. Getting to know Iowa State by the numbers a little bit more, we'll take a look. We're going to be the largest school in the state of Iowa with 30,000 students, all 50 states represented, and 46% of our population is coming from out of state. So you are not alone coming from California to Iowa. 900 clubs and organizations for student involvement. We're part of the Big 12 Athletic Conference with Division I sports, and we're also a top-tier research institution. Next, we'll take a look at our majors at Iowa State. Here they are. We have 6 different colleges, and within those 6 colleges fit our 100 different majors. This list is color-coded by college. If you have a certain interest area, you can find it a little bit easier. Most popular colleges for folks coming from the West Coast is going to be our College of Engineering and College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. The College of Engineering has the largest indoor career fair in the nation. 1,400 employers come to that career fair annually. So that's a big one for us there. Within that College of Engineering, there's also an Aerospace Engineering major, which I know a little more rare. Newest engineering major is going to be environmental. Most popular engineering major is mechanical. Something unique at Iowa State is you can be completely undecided as your major, but you can also be undecided within your college. So maybe, for example, you want to do something in the College of Design. You just don't know which major is the best fit for you. You can start off as College of Design undecided. We also get a lot of animal science students because we have a vet med program on our campus. Some other things to note here, we have an accredited architecture program, and our class size is right around 40 students and a 95% placement rate within your career within 6 months of graduating the university. Next up, we'll take a look at our application process. For seniors, you don't have to take that ACT, SAT. Juniors, we are still undecided on if you need to take that exam. But our application is short, simple, sweet, easy. We are on the Common App as well, but you don't have to do any letters of rec, no essays, no personal statements, nothing. We just look at 3 things. We're gonna look at your ACT, SAT score. We're gonna look at your GPA, and we will take weighted. And then we're gonna look at your high school core courses. That is how you're gonna be reviewed. Once you submit that application, you'll hear back between 1 to 2 days if you are accepted into the university. So really quick turnaround there. And 88% of students that apply get in. Next up, we'll take a look at our scholarship opportunities. First off, we have our admission scholarships coming from me. What's cool about those is there's no competition for those. If you have the numbers, it's automatically yours. We're looking at GPA and your high school core courses for that, and your ACT SAT score for our scholarships. We even have a special California only scholarship, which is really nice and unique to your state. The one app, that's that second bullet there, that's going to be all the rest of the scholarships available at the university. Maybe it's going to be based within your college or your major. Something good to know for my seniors listening in for this one, there is an application you need to fill out. Some of those are competitive, and that is due January 10th. So something to mark down on your list if Iowa State is on your list of schools. And lastly, of course, the FAFSA. To get some federal money support for going to college at Iowa State, that one is going to be due by January 3. That's a little bit about Iowa State. Thank you all for joining in to hear about the Midwest universities.
Awesome. Abby, thank you so much for rounding us off for the showcase this evening. We definitely have some time to answer any of your questions. If you do have them, I want to thank all of our reps for being with us this evening. It's a really busy time of year for them, and we always appreciate their presence to be here during this time for the students of CUSD. So with that being said, if you do have any questions, feel free to put it in the Q&A. You have some experts here to answer those questions for you. We had a really good question earlier about WUI and merit scholarship stacking. Lindsay was kind enough to answer that for us. And in case any of you are curious about whether a school will allow a student to stack a Western undergraduate exchange scholarship in addition to merit scholarships, it's going to depend on the institution, right? And so you'll want to look at that school's WUI page to see, or their scholarships page to see if that's something that is possible, because it will vary. But that was an excellent question in the Q&A. Do we have any other questions for our expert presenters tonight? Don't be shy. You're welcome to pop it in the Q&A. And if you don't have any questions, you are welcome to excuse yourself, because I know that we have other showcases this evening that you might be registered for. Keep in mind that this is being recorded and you will have access to this after this, this evening. And hopefully you were able to take down the contact information of the reps that you wanted to speak to. And if not, you can always ask for that in the Q&A. We can provide that information to you right now as well. And if you don't have any questions, you are welcome to excuse yourself for the evening. I want to thank our amazing college reps for being with us this evening and spending some of your time with us. We really appreciate you and your support of our students. And we wish you an awesome college admission season, college and high school visitation season, and students and families have a great evening. Thank you so much, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
See y'all.
Bye.